What the hell are skills and what does it mean for a design engineer? How can you use skills at your advantage and create really good looking front end designs and optimize your React code or for that matter, any other framework code with years of experience from people? So recently, Vercel introduced a skill package for your terminals. It is called skills. Now, what skill does is it's a very new concept that you can use to actually provide more context to your LLMs, for example, Claude or inside of your cursor. And you can also implement all these skills learned over the years by professionals because people can publish. And if you go to this website, skills.sh, you'll see a lot of skills already available. Now, what are skills? You're already familiar with cursor rules, commands, a general context window for your AI applications. And now we've got skills. How skills are different, let's put it to code and understand how we can better use it. For that matter, I'll take you to a demo application. And this is a Vite application that I have. Now, if I do npm run dev, you will see it is a thumbnail generator that I have. I'm going to show you a UI which is created by native 4.5 Opus and will make you understand how the UI reacts with or without the skill file. So first step is to ask the AI to create a UI for it. I'll just quickly write a prompt. So this is a small prompt that I've given for a YouTube thumbnail generator application. The idea is simple. You upload a photo of yours and the AI can create 3 thumbnails for you with different design directions. The application will be taking input from the user and then the project or sort of code is going to generate 3 thumbnails for your next YouTube video or whatever video. This is a dummy project that I'm doing and let's see what Claude 4.5 Opus has to spit out. Coffee is important. So this is what we have right now. It is a dark mode screen. I don't really like dark mode, but if I select Gemini and I open and I provide my API keys over here, this should work. Click on upload should work. So this is one of the UIs that is generated by AI without the skill file. Now we can have a front-end designing skill file into our project that we can pick from skill.sh website that will design or direct the AI to fetch better results, create better results, and overall follow design principles. So for example, if I go to the skill website and I'll see web design guidelines, which is from Vercel Labs, or if I use front-end design from Anthropics, I can just copy this command, come to my terminal and paste it. What it's going to do is going to prompt me for a few things. I want to use it for cursor because I'm using cursor, but I'm pretty sure this will neglect it. Project, Symlink, okay. Proceed with the installation. Now you'll see there are 4 folders, but we are interested in cursor. So you'll see there is this skill.md file. Now this directs how the AI is going to pick it up, what colors to choose, what motion to choose, how spatial composition is going to work, backgrounds and visual details. All of these is exactly this one. Now your AI is going to follow exactly those kind of skills. And now since we have the newfound knowledge of design, we are going to prompt cursor to do it. But before you can do that, you have to go to cursor settings, go to beta and enable nightly here. It will be default by default, but you have to access or you have to enable the nightly builds for this skill file to work. Now, since you have it already, I have it here. I can go to the AI now and ask it to do it for me. Or I'll just go here. I'll open a new tab and I'll say with the newfound knowledge of front-end design skill, revamp the UI. Now let's see what it does. Learning front-end design, planning next moves. So it says, let me first read the skill file to understand the guidelines and best practices. So it already knows where to find the skill file and it implements those skills accordingly. Now if I refresh, or maybe npm run dev, and it is already doing that for me because the Anthropic skill file is very opinionated and you'll find opinionated skill files all over the place. There are many. For example, if you go to this uh, skills, there is front end design skills or best design guidelines that you can use. Vercel has this for the 10 plus years of design experience for a skill file. So skill file, if you implement this Vercel React best practices into your code base, it will have all those skill files which Vercel people have acquired over 10 years of their coding. So if you go to this file, for example, It tells you how to actually render and animate SVG wrappers. So if you don't know, if your AI is not spitting out good results for animating or rendering SVGs, this skill file will help it. And you can probably install it. I'll show you how it is also installed. I'll use this, and maybe I'll also install this one. It is done creating. Now it is revamping the entire UI with the newfound skills in mind. All right, I think the UI has been revamped, but before we see the UI, we are also going to install the Vercel React best practices, and we are going to understand how this works. Now, if you go to cursor skills, you'll see Vercel best practices, and there are rules. For example, if I go to server auth actions. These are the best practices for server auth actions with examples of code for better understanding. Now, the main benefit of using a skill file instead of a contributions.md or a context.md file is that the AI is smart enough to pick only the relevant files which are important for that code base. For example, if you're designing an API, the AI will automatically pick the relevant skill file, so your context used will be very small. And if the context used is small, you'll use less tokens, you'll burn less money, and there will be better outputs with that tokens that you spend. So this is a really nice addition to the already working good AI stack. And I think if you use skills wisely, you can create great looking interfaces, design better APIs. But this is opinionated. You're going to take advice from Vercel on how to design APIs. Now, many people can be there who want to provide their advices on how to make APIs or store data, all those sorts of things, or even animate things. Even I'm going to publish a skill file wherein I talk about how you can animate things or how you can animate UI tastefully with micro interactions. That I'm going to write a skill file for, and people can use it. Or if you want to implement my ideology into your pages, you can use it. So that is what we are going to do now. Let's see how the UI is going to look. And once I have here, now it has a more design direction to it. I can maybe tweak the colors or make it minimal, use better shades. So you see, now the UI is changed. It is more opinionated. It is more opinionated towards how Anthropic thinks the UI should look like, because you see the font is changed. This is because Anthropic specifically says that do not use fonts like Arial or Enter, which I'm totally against. I love Enter. I'll say it on my deathbed. I will walk the talk and I love it. So that is what I'm also talking about, because fonts are tricky. If you are a designer, you know what fonts to use for a specific application. So you can specify that into your skill file. And if you have it, I think it'll be better. Emil also created one of his skill files for animations and micro interactions. Not sure if it is open source, but it is there. So you see, this is what it did. It is still generating code. And this is the best part about it. For example, hydration warning, suppress hydration warning. If I ask the AI to suppress hydration warning, it tells me how to suppress. Earlier, what used to happen was the AI just used to put suppress hydration warning onto the root layout. And sometimes the warning went out, sometimes it didn't. But it also provided the additional context which is there. For example, this, if there are timestamps, you know how to deal with it. All of those things are provided by Vercel. So once you use these skill sets with AI, your results would be definitely better. That is what I also wanted to talk in this video. And now you see the UI is more minimal and there are theming to it. It picked up a theme, a bold color maybe, or whatever. But you see the point, right? You get a UI which is opinionated by Anthropic. Now, if I want to make a UI which is having my opinions, I can go ahead and publish a skill file here on skills.sh that people can reproduce. For example, there are many skill files. Tailwind V4 Shatcn. How to use Tailwind. I mean, if you have a skill file wherein you say use Tailwind V4, use Motion React, all of these things into your front end design principle skill file, it is going to do that, and it is not going to import from Framer Motion, or it is not going to write a config file for Tailwind. All those things are important, and this is provided by skills ecosystem that the Vercel has created. I'm not sure who created it, but skills.sh website is theirs. So yeah, if you're creating UIs in 2026, I highly recommend going onto this website and look out for more skill files which are available. I think this one is good. This one is good. This is for creating videos with UI, and you'll see how they are doing it. For example, they are doing Lottie and how Lottie should work. And it'll have more context overall on how to create a specific project for a specific use case. So if you have not yet explored skills, I highly recommend you to do so. Go to skills.sh website and try out your favorite ecosystem, for example, best practices or front end design. I'm also going to launch a skill file pretty soon on what I think should be the correct animation for the correct use case. All of those things will be taken care of. This is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, do like this channel and do subscribe to this channel. Drop in a comment because we are doing a giveaway. Whoever comments, going to take 3 random people and going to give away t-shirts. If you're interested, do drop in a comment. That is the only criteria to participate in the giveaway. And I'll see you in the next one. तब तक के लिए भाई जय हिंद. बहुत काम करो, बहुत मेहनत करो. I'll see you in the next one.